What is a food system? It's the path our food takes from the field to our plate and beyond. It's a circle that starts with production and ends with disposal. All along this system, people are working. This series was created to give you information about our local food system and jobs in our area.
My name is Tamara McKerchie. I work at Real Pickles and I'm a pickle maker. So it's everything from washing and cutting vegetables to making the product, mixing in the salt and the spices and then packing it into barrels to let it ferment. And it takes anywhere from 5 days to a couple months to fully ferment, and it gives a lot of beneficial bacteria basically that you're not getting in other food sources. It's sort of like yogurt on steroids, I guess. And then in the winter time, it's more of packing the finished product into jars. It's all done by hand, so that takes up a lot of time. All the vegetables come from local and regional farms, family farms, organic farms, and we support a lot of different farms. There's certain farmers that provide us with garlic and certain ones that give us cabbage and cucumbers, so we're sourcing from all over. There's a lot that goes into each product in terms of vegetables and spices and salts. So there's really a whole system coming into play. I spent a lot of years farming. I came to the Pioneer Valley and there's a lot of farms here, and I was sort of looking at my options, and production wasn't really on my radar. I knew of Real Pickles and I saw a job posting and I was like, I could try that out. I think it's a really cool company, and I've just really fallen in love with this aspect of the food system. I've grown food and I've harvested food, and being on this side of it is really pretty cool. It's a neat way to be involved in the food system and just in a totally different aspect of it. It's sort of like the next step. I studied design and art in college. This wasn't even on my radar. I had been farming and I wasn't really looking past the field. It's important for people to know that these jobs are accessible. They are out there. There's people making these products. They're not being made by machines. We need hands to do this work. In terms of Real Pickles, there's a kitchen crew, and there's pretty much always a need for people to be making a product depending on seasonality and everything. And then, there's managerial positions and up to the office work and sales and everything. There's about maybe 10 of us in the kitchen and like 5 or 6 in the office. In terms of formal training or certificates, there's really not much that you can have on paper. There's Serve Safe, and there's things that you can do to further your education in the kitchen and production, cleanliness and everything. But other than that, I think it's really just keeping up with, what's going on in local economies and farmers and growing food. I've been here just over a year, and I'm on the pathway to worker ownership. So Real Pickles is a cooperative, and they ask that employees be here for a year and then look into if worker ownership is for them. So I'm at that starting point now, which is exciting. Real Pickles being a co-op is definitely what drew me to the company, among other things. I think that it's a really unique opportunity to be more involved and more secure in your career and in your passion than, just an employee. It's a way to cultivate your own environment and have a say in decision making, and I think it's a really cool thing that's going on around here. Supporting family farms in the area, buying vegetables, keeping a closed system in that way, distributing to a pretty tight regional area. So that is very supportive to the local economy and providing jobs and livable wages, growing benefits as we're able to do that for each other. And our credits. Our credits is a local currency. it's a way to keep money in the area. Real Pickles was sort of a pioneer in taking that on, and you know, we get paid in our credits, and then I can go to the co-op and we can pay our farmers in our credits, and places like Mesa Verde and the co-op and Real Pickles, Up and Gill, you know, there's more and more places accepting and using our credits, and it's just keeping that closed system. And in terms of growth in the area for this type of work, I think that it's definitely on the rise. There's food being made, and it's kind of just seeking out, you know, what do you like? You know, I liked Real Pickles product. I'd eaten the pickles and I was like, oh. So, you know, think about what's out there and seek it out. It's a really exciting time for Real Pickles, for fermented foods, for farmers growing vegetables for us, and sticking to the mission of organic and small and supporting the food system. And it feels good to be involved in that. I love what I do.